going on, people? We will resume with the Legendary Crafting Guide tomorrow, but today I wanted to take a second to talk about the newest feature that came to the Elder Scrolls Legends Asia in yesterday's update. And that update is, besides a couple of very nice little UI changes, that update is a borrow a deck feature. So I want to go ahead and talk about the decks that they are making available. I believe these decks will rotate seasonally, so around every 3 months. You have 3 versions of decks that are free. You can play these 3 decks as much as you want, and I think it's really cool. They give you little breakdowns of the playstyle of the deck, as well as the archetype of the deck, and if there's a theme for it. Additionally, there are 3 upgraded versions of the decks. These are considered slightly more quote-unquote meta. I'm not saying they're tier 1 decks, but these are more viable ladder decks. You've got Orc Warrior, Pilfer Monk, and Prophecy Assassin. And you can play these 3 upgraded decks up to 30 times each per month. And these ones you can use an unlimited amount of times. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at these pre-made decks. I'll let you guys know which ones I think are the best, as well as just some more details about them. So if you click on deck details, it will show you the entire pre-made deck that you can use. And there's a couple cool things here. It tells you where these cards are from, core cards, or just that's a core card of the deck. That's what this is focusing on. As well as if you click this, it'll bring you to a YouTube video of a demo gameplay video from the developers using this deck. So if there's ever a more complex deck in here, you can click the demo video and you can see gameplay of the deck in action. There's also a very handy copy deck button, which will instantly copy this whole deck into your usable decks. And if you have any cards that you are missing, it'll tell you the soul gem value that you need to craft the remaining cards, and a 1-button option to automatically craft the rest of the cards if you have the soul gems. So this deck here that they are providing is a Prophecy, pretty aggressive assassin deck, and then the upgraded version is an even better Prophecy Assassin, which is just flat out using better cards. And these things have access to legendaries in them. You've got Unglim in here. Just obviously it's a better version. I don't know if this is a mistake, but this is showing 2 different copies of Fate Weaver, which should not be possible, but that might be a mistake. But yeah, this one's got Cliff Racers, whereas the other one does not, I don't think. So this is a pretty solid deck to ladder with. You've got about a 50% Prophecy chance. The deck is very aggressive. And maybe at some point, if you guys are interested, we can go over how to take some of these pre-made decks and upgrade them. Maybe that's something I will do in the future. Maybe we'll take these base versions and talk about how to upgrade them and play some decks with them or play some games with them. We'll take a look at the Monk deck next. This one is kind of like a mid-rangey Monk. Very guard-heavy, very defensive. 26 2-drops is a ton. But you've got your Sench Tiger and Hive Defender as defensive options. Actually, lots of guard in this deck. Blacksap Protector, Murkwater Witch, Legion Shield. Then you've got Fire Guild Recruit and Healing Potion as well. So this is just a hyper-defensive deck with a fair amount of prophecies. And then if you hop into Thieves' Den Monk, you've got essentially Pilfer Monk. A beautiful premium Thieves' Den in there. That looks really solid. Got Torval Crook in here as well. And this actually is a pretty fun-looking deck. You guys should know that Pilfer Monk is kind of hit or miss. It can be really, really good. It can be really, really bad. But this one also has a fair amount of prophecies in it. So this deck actually looks somewhat solid. Then for the warrior deck, this is kind of like a generic aggressive warrior. It's not quite fully orcs, but is kind of tuned towards orcs. Actually, it's pretty close to being a full orc deck. But if you take a look at the actual orc warrior, it gets better. You get cards like Militant Chieftain, Wood Orc Headhunter, 3 copies of it, Gortwog, Banker-Eye Butcher. I just think it's really cool. And you also get to play with the premium versions of the borrowed deck, which is pretty solid. So overall, I just wanted to say that this borrowed deck feature is really, really cool. I think Orc Warrior and Prophecy Assassin are both perfectly reasonable to do some solid laddering with. Pilfer Monk isn't as reliable, but it's a lot of fun. And then once you use up all of these resources, to be honest, I think the Assassin or the Warrior deck can help you ladder just fine. Obviously, they'll get run over when you get to the higher ladder, just sometimes by card quality. But these are some solid decks. But yeah, if you guys would like to see me take some of these basic decks and work some improvements into them, like a kind of improve on the budget deck type of series, let me know down below in the comment section. But I just wanted to give a shout out to this new feature because I think it's absolutely amazing. So yeah, thank you guys all very much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.